back to another video. Anyways, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing a Q&A. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram of what you wanted to know basically about pregnancy, motherhood in general, just questions that you guys wanted to know. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, first question is, are you having a water birth? And how do you feel about water births? I feel like water births can be very soothing for people. For me, I personally don't want to have a water birth because I just don't like the thought of swimming in my own insides, blood, etc. that comes out of you when you're having a baby. Even though it's not going to be like a soapy bath, it's still a form of bath where water is going to be present on the baby. I want the smell of the baby to be still on the baby coming out, so my body can get a whiff of it and, you know, start producing milk. Identify me more easily than you would if you know, kind of were washed off of water and stuff like that. Do you sometimes feel like a single parent? I feel like every mother feels like a single parent at one point of their life, whether they're with their spouse or not. Moms do more than dads most of the time, and especially if you're exclusively breastfeeding, you definitely feel like a single parent, whether because the baby's attached to you, or you know, your partner works, or whatever the case may be, you're gonna feel like a single parent at one point. I definitely did, because I exclusively breastfed. I wanted to be everything that my baby needed. I didn't want any substitutes of any kind, the little swingers, all the other extra stuff. I wore my baby. I fed her. I didn't want her dad bottle feeding her. I wanted to do everything completely 100% natural. Definitely made it harder on myself, but it was a great experience. I learned a lot, and I plan on doing it the same way, kind of, but a little bit more help, obviously. Tips for dealing with fear of having a C-section while planning a home birth. I would say to get rid of any fears that you may have. Yes, it's always good to be prepared for anything, but you don't want to project something into your life that you don't want, and you know you don't want for sure, and you just don't want to fill your mind with any type of negative energy that's gonna just kill your experience, because you can manifest it. So just, you know, if you have those fears, just give yourself positive affirmations that's gonna allow you to remove those fears. You're healthy, your body's healthy, your body is going to push out a baby. Usually if you're planning a home birth, you have a midwife, and it is very less likely, unless it's an emergency, and not the type of emergency like the baby heart rate went down for 2 seconds and let's hurry up and go get you a C-section. How they try to push on people when people aren't, you know, very aware of it. Just make sure you're just educated in certain areas, because if you have a midwife, it's very less likely, I don't know the percentage, that you will not have a C-section. So a lot of women are giving up on breastfeeding within 1 week. Any tips for new moms for breastfeeding? Honestly, it depends how you look at it, because a lot of people are encouraged or influenced to bottle feed by other people who did not breastfeed. Usually the older generation has an issue with breastfeeding. It's like, I don't know why it's so out of the ordinary for them, and they push bottle feeding. They try to scare you like your kid's gonna be so attached, which they are when they're feeding. When they get other sorts of food and they learn, obviously they become, you know, more independent. My daughter's so independent, she will go all day with her dad. So the tips are to educate yourself as much as possible on breastfeeding, to be consistent, to not give up when you just because you're tired. Know the benefits, so it motivates you more to breastfeed your baby. honestly just learning and try falling in love with wanting to provide for your baby the most safest and naturalist way. Make sure that you're breastfeeding correctly, because it's not just putting the nipples in the mouth, it's putting the whole areola, it's positioning it in a certain type of way, making sure your baby is feeding on both sides. Find somebody who's knowledgeable about it, other moms who's knowledgeable about it, or just learn it yourself. But don't give up, because it is difficult sometimes to breastfeed, especially when you have to wake up every other hour. But it's definitely a beautiful bonding experience for you and your baby. Will I be doing a labor and delivery video? Yes, it's not gonna be as intimate as Alma's, but, or it may be, I don't know. I'm so contemplating on how much I want to share with this baby, just because I realize how wicked and weird people are in this world. So it's definitely making me very weary of sharing so much. Somebody said, are there any complications that you prepare for ahead of time just in case? Of course I have a birth plan, and just in case plan I go to the hospital to execute my birth plan still. Bye. You wanna go in the house? But I don't even think about stuff like that. Obviously I prepare my mind to a certain extent, but not to where I'm projecting it into my life, into my reality. So I don't even, it doesn't stay on my mind for more than a couple seconds, just to figure things out, just to have a no, and then that's it. I don't think about it anymore. Best remedy for being nauseous in the first trimester and stuff like that. I would say crackers. I heard it's not good to consume too much ginger. It's actually used as an abortion method, I believe, in high amounts. So don't, overdo it with the ginger. But it can help. I believe they have these ginger candies that are so good. My grandma used to always get them for us. And I feel like those are kind of good. See you. Those are good. What are you doing? Those are good. What else? I don't know. Listen, I'm so difficult and I hate taking stuff. I just kind of wrote it out. Sat in bed, slept. I sat in bed, slept, and just rolled out the sickness until it stopped on its own, pretty much. Somebody asked, how long do you leave the umbilical cord? Are you doing a Lotus birth? I am doing a Lotus birth. I just wait until the umbilical cord is all dried up. I must took that day, and then the next day the midwife came and cut it off, because I don't feel it's necessary to walk around with a dried up umbilical cord just attached, not doing anything. Her belly button is still perfect. Perfectly fine. So yeah, I don't see the point, but each his own. But I am gonna do that, and I'm going to bury the placenta in the backyard in my garden, because it's kind of traditional, like the baby is connected to the earth, and I would rather it be in the earth than in somebody's laboratory, so what are some best tips to relieve the pain labor? So the pain while you're in labor. What I'm going to be doing this time is boosting up my hypnobirthing. Massage therapy is good. There are some oils that are good that my friend suggested, and she's going to get for me to help relieve the pain of labor. Just rub on you. Cannabis oil is always good. What else? Certain acupuncture points is good. What else? Breathing, moving, bouncing, all good. Just being active while you're kind of in labor definitely helps with the pain. Doesn't soothe it all the way, but it helps. So those are my tips, basically, of what I'm going to be doing. And in labor, and that you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna try my best to record this process just to give you guys helpful tips, because you know, when you see pregnancy videos or you see labor videos, they're not always pleasant. So I always want to make sure people have a pleasant experience. This question's already answered. So guys, I'm gonna be wrapping up this video. Thank you for asking your questions. Thank you for watching this video. I am still counting down till the baby gets here. I am 38 weeks, so almost close. Hopefully it's a couple of days. I've been doing a lot of meditations where I'm visualizing the baby coming. I've been having a lot of dreams of the baby coming, so hopefully she comes in the next couple days. That'll be wonderful, because my body is tired, my lower half is exhausted, and I'm just so ready to have this baby, like, sheesh. But I'm also gonna miss my pregnant belly, because I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna be pregnant. So I'm gonna miss my pregnant belly, and this is like the most comforting place your baby's ever gonna be. The most safest place you know your baby's gonna be safe is in your belly. So when they're out, you kind of have this anxiety of, is my baby gonna be okay, etc., etc., etc. And you know, gotta worry about whenever they leave the house, are they gonna be okay? And you know, this is their safe place. So I'm definitely gonna miss my pregnant belly, but I cannot wait to see her, to hold her, to clothe her, bathe her, kiss on her, love on her, for her sister to see her, and you know, make sure they have a strong, healthy bond. But yeah, so countdown video, and I'm gonna try to vlog up until the baby gets here. Peace.